This is a 4-player fixed card game on the Grip of the North map, which is a part of the My League tournament in the Risk Forever Discord server, in which I play with Yellow, who is a master rank player called Dankor, who accumulated a lot of experience by participating in a lot of subscriber games. Then the white player is a well-known Risk YouTuber and a top grandmaster known as the Kill Pete strategy, or just simply as Pete, who has recently won the main Risk Community FFA tournament. And if you haven't heard about his channel, then you should definitely check it out. I will leave the link to it in the description. And finally, in the 4th position is Blue, a top grandmaster called Zeraki, and the easiest way to find him is by looking directly into the leaderboard. He is constantly either first or second in it. So it looks like our lobby couldn't have gotten any tougher, but I'm really happy that I've got those players, as challenging games are what help you improve the most. So I'm really excited for this game. And from what it looks, the yellow player is currently in the worst position, the only player without a continent, while myself, I've got Denmark, the white player got Iceland, and the blue player got Greenland. I expected the blue player to go for Scotland, but it's even better that he didn't, as I'm going to take over it by myself before the white player took over it, or if with nobody taking the blue player himself. So my current strategy is to build a strong position for myself. I wouldn't like to start attacking anyone right now when I'm not quite stronger than anybody else. I think it could really backfire me, so my current plan is to build a strong position and then to help out others eliminate the player who is the weakest. But if the strongest player on the board wouldn't show the initiative to do so, then my plan would be to encourage 2 weaker players to team up on him, so in that case the game wouldn't stalemate. The white player has just got Norway, which is worth the same as both of my continents combined, or exactly 5 troops, so combined with Iceland, who is worth 4 troops, he will get even 9 continental troop bonus. And the yellow player sent me an attack request to attack white, but I only sent him thumbs up is because I will help the yellow player to get the Baltic states with Kaliningrad by crushing white's troops in that continent and moving my troops out from it. Invading white into any of his continents would have increased the chances of me getting eliminated first, so unless the blue player would help me and yellow out as well, but without me knowing what the blue player wants to do, I don't think it would be wise to risk it. While with me staying passive, the yellow player is definitely looks like a clear option to be eliminated first. So I don't think it's worth saving yellow when putting myself into a dangerous situation. I have the alliances with everyone and I don't really care who gets eliminated first. My goal is just to end up in a 3-player situation as soon as possible, to be guaranteed being in it, and I will just take the easiest route of helping to eliminate the weakest player. And it really looks like it will be the yellow player. So with the white player already attacking yellow, I decided to send an attack request for blue to attack yellow as well. But at the same time I want to be appealing for the yellow player as well, so I told him to attack my territory if he needs to, indicating that it's fine for me that he will get a new continent for himself while attacking the territories of mine. But I think I will just really make the yellow player to be eliminated soon. I've got Sweden North, and with me receiving those continental troop bonuses and trading in a set, I think it will finally be the time to crush the yellow player. But firstly I will have to see if it doesn't give the game for white, but if anything I could immediately invade white into his continents, so he wouldn't get those continental troop bonuses and become overpowered. The yellow player has already traded in a set and is very weak in general, so I think at the very least I could invade him through the bottom border, crushing his army, and then let the white player to do the rest, or if not then I might just eliminate the yellow player completely next turn myself. But what an unexpected plot twist. The yellow player had just created a very great opportunity for me to take the blue player out. And with the blue player at the same time not only being weaker but with him also having 4 cards, he is definitely my choice over the yellow player. It would just be dumb to do otherwise. So I think the yellow player has played a very smart move here by wiping out the blue player from the top right, and with that save his life, with the balance of the game still being sustained as I cannot eliminate white. He's at 4 cards, so that would probably be a strong retaliation, so I think I will still let him hold his continents and then see what happens. and I didn't want to attack yellow either to not make him too weak. I made a bigger army for myself so to see what happens in the upcoming turn and if anything be more suitable taking any of the players out. The white player took a continent for me, which is completely fine, better than being broke through all of my continents, so I even sent him thumbs up. Though what I expected is by either one of those players to attack and potentially over-weaken themselves, so with that not happening with white, I decided to send the attack request for the yellow player to attack white and see if he could actually weaken the white player enough what I would be able to completely take him out for all of his 5 cards and then win the game. I'm really happy of how that worked out, and even though it looks it will be not enough troops to take the white player out, I still decided to try out my luck. I mean, if I fail he will trade in a set and survive, so I'm not like giving him away for the yellow player even if I fail. I mean, some of the action for the game to not stalemate was needed to be taken anyway, and I think it wouldn't been a smart decision to weaken yellow, but to just go with a turtling strategy with us just accumulating troops. I didn't want to go either. The white player seemed to skip his turn without even getting a card, so that's interesting. But I'm really wondering what the yellow player is going to do now. I attempted him to invade him into Finland but failed, so I think that is very likely that he will attack me now, and I mean especially when I'm the strongest player, which would make the most sense for him to attack me either way. So he should just be careful to not over-weaken me too much, as if I had an A set I could be given away for the white player with all of my cards. The yellow player didn't create a suitable opportunity for the white player to take me out, so that's very good. And I do have a set, but I think I will rather keep it, so to force the white player to attack the yellow player as well. I do not want him go with a card skipping strategy and not attacking any territories at all, as I think if I attack the yellow player myself alone, then I think that might be likely that he would over-attack me and give away the game to white. So I want to force the white player to work with me together, so the game wouldn't be given away to yellow if he ends up holding all of that stuff. That was a little of a gamble to not trade in a set, as I wasn't sure how the white player responds to that and how many of the continents he actually invades, but I mean the game is called Risk, so I'm willing to take that risk. And another thing is that I just don't want to look too big and very threatening, as if you look so, then you will be the player others will team up on. So now with the yellow player being the strongest player with lots of continents, he is naturally the target, assuming I and the white player will be playing reasonably. So after the elimination of blue with me getting that label of the strongest overpowered player when I almost took the white player out, I finally got rid of it and put that label on the yellow player. After trading an A set, I invaded yellow into these continents and left the white player to invade him into the rest of the continents. After all, the white player got a bit stronger with that big army. So I'm not sure how the game goes now. I think we will be good again, but I don't want to get attacked by the yellow player any longer, so I sent him the attack request to attack white, and with sending those thumbs ups and thumbs downs I was asking him if he would like to team up on him. It isn't what I really intend to do, but I think if the yellow player over-weakened white, then I could take the white player with all of his cards. But the yellow player didn't got so many troops this turn, and then failed that 5v3 blitz. And while with me having a wild card, I only got 2 horses next to it, so to trade in a 6 troop set isn't appealing, and I mean I couldn't take the white player either way. The white player is at 4 cards, so he will likely trade in a set, so I think he should be really good, and since I was just sending the yellow player the attack request to attack white, I decided to not invade yellow into Denmark, so to potentially continue being friends with me. What I mean is that he would let me hold something as well while attacking white. The yellow player got lucky to trade in a 10 troop set, and I thought that's really the game over for me, but luckily he decided to go for the white player. At the end, the yellow player unluckily lost 2 troops on that 2 troops army of the white player, and then lost 1 more troop when attacking a territory of 1 as well, and at the end it really looked like the yellow player will end up failing to take the white player out. But at the end he made a very smart move to switch to manual roles in a 4v4 attack, and with bringing it down to 2 troops he switched to the blitz option and then blitzed the last territory of white as well. so that was a very nice save by the yellow player and he definitely deserves to win now. A little bit unfortunate to me because I think I would have won if he had failed it, but I mean I probably should have traded in a set and been more aggressive over playing more passively at the end. So really well played by the yellow player, with him in the beginning of the game becoming the weakest player without any continent to get eliminated first. He handled this game like a pro and made a spectacular comeback. I lost, but I gotta admit that was probably the most interesting fixed card game I had in some months, so that was really fun. Now if you want to check out me playing with the Kill Pete strategy on the classic risk map, then click on any of those two videos. The same game, but the left side is his perspective while the right side is mine.